How's everybody? Good afternoon. Hey, well, time to head home, everybody. Yep, 3:36 here. 69 degrees here in California. How's it going, man? It's windy as crazy windy today. Yeah, man, it's like gusts of 55 miles an hour right now. How's everybody? Let's see who's in here. Who's in here? Hey, BPL, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, Adrian? Hey, Gary. Hey, I'll be driving home, so don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you don't like it, well, you can always thumbs it down. It's your choice, man. So, everybody, afternoon, morning, or nighttime, evening, wherever you're at. How's everyone today? Going home now. I'll read the chat when I finally get home. Don't wanna crash. Gotta be safe. I was just watching Todd's. I guess he's at. Looked like he was at the vet, and then he just finished his live. You know. So how's everyone doing? Yeah, man, this road's terrible here. Yeah, supposedly it says that we're gonna get some rain tomorrow. It's gonna be the high is gonna be 69 degrees a day. Sky looks kind of gray from dust right now. Yeah, I was talking earlier this morning, on the other live, talking about with my cousin working and stuff. We were working at that furniture store. Then he left, and then then I went and worked at a couple places, and then one of the last places I was talking about was I was Santa Claus for Kmart. That was fun. Did it for about 2 months. That was back like in 80, 87, 88, sometime around there, I believe. And so then, come on, guy, pull in front. Yeah, so then so then I said, well, I gotta look for another job, because gotta. So I went to Cragen's, and fill out an application, and the guy, he goes, hey, well, he's all, hey, you speak Spanish? I'm like, yeah, I speak Spanish. He goes, well, just put it on the top of the application, that you speak Spanish, that way you'll definitely get hired quicker. So put that on there. About less than a week, they called me for an interview. Then they hired me, because I did have some experience in automotive. Well, I went to school for a year in Phoenix at AAI, Arizona Automotive Institute. basically, in 1 year they teach you all the courses. It was engine, chassis, transmission, and well, drivetrain, and basically like tune-ups. An engine. Of course, you learn how to rebuild an engine. And also take apart the engine. Take the heads off, take the valves off. Replace all the valve stems, and seals. And if the valves are kind of messed up, you either buy new ones or you have them, or you turn them on a lathe, kind of like what you do with the brake rotors. So it's like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then they taught us there, and then you went to transmissions, drivetrain, show you about rear ends and transmissions. That was one of the schools. There wasn't very back. That was back like 1980. There wasn't very many schools that had a dyno where you could basically hook up a transmission to the machine, and it would basically, you could test it out of the vehicle before you even installed it. Run it through all the things. Upshifting, downshifting, make sure everything's working properly, and then then you had chassis, which basically, basically chassis was basically parts of brakes. So they showed you how to do disc brakes, front disc brakes, and drums. Some vehicles had drum brakes in the front and back, and how to turn the drums, do alignments the old-fashioned way. I mean, where you have it's like a thing that you would take the HUD cap off, or the oil. There was like where the bearings are. You take the little cap off, and then that's where it was metal and it had a magnet on there. And you could go on there, and then you do your adjustments. It was more harder than now with the machines. They had the same. They had the machines also, but they trained you the old-fashioned way first. How to do the alignment on the car, and then for the toe, you had a big long thing, and then had like a nail on it, and you would spin the tire, make a line on it, and then you would measure, and then basically, so that way it would be more in, because if it's out, it's going to wear out the tires with too much in. So that would be perfectly in the middle. And, and then you do also the alignments, and also tire balancing. They had the old bubble ones where you put the tire on top of this machine, and then just you put the weight here and there. But that, you can only do the outside weight, not the inside weight. They also have the new machines too, where you just slap it on a machine and spin it. It tells you how much on each, and exactly what spot to put it and everything. You don't have to even calculate anything. Same thing with the alignment machine. You hook up the machines and zero everything out. Start, adjusting the toe, adjusting the camber, caster, everything. And then we went to like tune-ups where they show you how to change the spark plugs. Back then they didn't have no computers or electronics. I mean, they were barely getting into electronics, and everything had carburetors, no fuel injection. I mean, they were barely getting some fuel injection. I think like right at the end of 1980, I think it was. So you rebuilt the carburetors, tear it apart, put a new carburetor kit, gaskets, and stuff like that. Clean it up, wash it, and then the same thing in the engine. We did the same thing, and the school was pretty cool. The teachers were pretty cool there. Only one thing, they were kind of like almost like military. These people, they were like, your shoes had to be shined and you had to be shaved. Couldn't, you couldn't be all sloppy. It's like, because and then they would even tell you, well, when you go for an interview, even if you're going to be a mechanic, you wear a nice tie and a nice shirt, even though you're going to work on grease and oil, you still have to look presentable to get hired. So, and then, they would always do that. Guys would come in, and then they're all like, oh, they didn't shave, man. They'd give them a damn razor. Go to the bathroom. You gotta go shave, or else you gotta go home. And the thing is, there, it was no like, oh, I'm gonna call in sick, because if you called in, I think it was 3 days, in the whole. I don't know if it was every month or the whole year. I forget what it was, but too many absences. You were pretty much dropped from the program. Like, sorry, bye. And they also had a drafting program there. For like automotive drafting. Where they would draw cars, drawings, of cars and stuff like that, and designing cars, I guess. But yeah, I did that for a year. Well, so then the Craig had said, okay, yeah, you know what, we're gonna hire you. You have some experience. You know what you're doing. And then you speak Spanish, because they had a lot of Hispanic customers. So they want them to, if they need help, they don't understand you. So it started. I started as a salesman and cashier. So then they put you to register, and then you start working the register. And then also you work the parts department. Back then everything was in books. There was no computers. So you got to look up a part. You got to go into the book, and or get the number off the part. Look in the book for the transfer number of the part we had. So did that. I did that for a lot of years. I mean, I think it was over 10 years. And moved around, at different stores, got promoted, went up as high as, because then there was from salesperson, then you go to an assistant manager, then there was a senior assistant manager, and then basically the manager. And if you wanted to go up from there, there's the district manager and regional manager and stuff like that. But so you get customers come in, and they're like bringing in batteries. They're like, hey, you know what, this battery, I don't know what's wrong with it, it's messed up. They built it backwards, he says, because the positive is the negative, and the negative is the positive. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was in a Volkswagen, Bug. The Volkswagens have the battery in the back seat underneath it, and they're real short. But then if you look at a battery, they got two terminals, and you can't really mess them up unless you force it, because the positive is much bigger than the negative. So if you're trying to put it on there, and it's like you gotta open it up more, then you put it in the wrong. So that's what this guy did. He installed the battery backwards. So put the negative to the positive, and then he tried to start it. So it basically reversed the polarity on the battery, and it didn't work. So he brings it in, and then I'm like, well, let me check it out. And then I checked it with the meter, and it's like, what the heck, It was showing like negative. Well, I said, you know what? I gotta put it on the charger, So I hooked it up to the charger and turned it on, and that thing, it just boom, it reversed the polarity in the battery. I mean, the battery was fully charged. There was nothing wrong with it. So then I checked it again with the machine, and it was like, there's nothing wrong with the battery. It's working fine. I go, make sure you put the battery in there properly, so you don't do the same thing again. Then you even get some customers, it's like, hey, this battery's not working. I put it in the car and nothing. And they bring it in, and when you buy a battery, they have these little plastic covers on them. Red, for positive, and black for negative. Well, people sometimes they get in a rush, and then they forget that it has a plastic cover. They put the terminal over the plastic. They brought it in. I'm like, well, you do have to take this off. Oh man, he's all like, shit. Oh, okay. And then you get some people, they bring in the battery, they want to warranty it, and battery basically, if it messes up, it's either gonna short out, or the battery inside the acid, it'll run out, so then sometimes it'll explode, so these people brought in the battery, and so we got to test it. Back then we had like an eye drop thing that you pull up the battery acid into it, and it checks the quality of the battery acid, to see if it's like no good, or if it is good. So then I look inside, there's nothing in it, and I'm like, where's the battery acid? Oh, we dumped it out because we didn't want it to leak out inside the car. Well, I'm gonna have to put battery acid in it, and then charge it up, and then test it, and then if it is bad, then we'll warranty it. So I go, but he brought it inside of a plastic. I don't know if anybody has a boat. They got the marine batteries, and they inside the boat, and they have them inside like a plastic container. So they had this battery inside a plastic container, and I'm like, well, you know what? Take it out of the container. So he takes it out. He takes it out of the container, and then I look, and there's a big slash on the side of the battery. There's like a hole, where the fan from the engine. I go, hey, what's this? Oh, it's because the battery went into the fan. I'm like, well, you do know that you have to tie your battery down, because that's one of the things that messes up a battery. Because if it's in there bouncing around, either it's gonna hit the hood and short it out, explode, or the bouncing is gonna mess up the lead inside the battery. So I'm like, there's no warranty on this. What do you mean there's no warranty? It says it has a warranty. I go, yeah, for regular wear and tear, and if the battery's defective, that's not a defect. Yeah, I go, that's an operator's defect. You didn't install it properly. Can't warranty it. I can take it as a core, because you have to turn in an old battery to get a new one. Because they refurbish batteries. They take out all the lead out of them, and melt it down and make new batteries. Because there's lead isn't that much. There's not a lot of it available. So you recycle and build a new battery, because the lead doesn't go bad. It just the connections get loose. You just gotta solder the connections back on there. So that was that customer. I'm like, sorry, that doesn't work. And then I had another customer. He comes in, and it's all like, he's like in a rush. This guy's all like, hey, I want a battery. I'm like, well, what kind of car do you have? I don't. Don't worry. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. Just give me a battery. I'm like, look, you need a certain battery, because every car has a different, because they're different heights. The hoods are also just gonna. It's just like the Volkswagen. It's real short. So other vehicles got a short battery. Not all of them take tall battery. So what does he do? Ah, can't wait. So he grabs a battery from the shelf, a 24 size, which is like pretty much like the normal batteries almost for every car. The older cars, that had the big, the height. There was no problem with the height. So he grabs the battery and he takes it to the register. Oh, okay, all right. Takes off. He goes to the parking lot, to go install it himself, and about another 5 minutes. Here he comes with the battery, and he puts it on the counter. This piece of crap don't work. It exploded. I'm like, what? What do you mean it exploded? And I look at it, and yeah, the top of the battery, the caps and everything, they're like up. Big crack in the top there, and I'm like, what do you mean it exploded? Yeah, I put it in there and it's no good. It exploded. I'm like, well, probably you got the wrong battery. That's why I asked you what kind of car you had. So now I guess he's not in the big hurry. Well, he's got a warranty. I go, no, that's not covered in the warranty. So now he has to buy another battery. He's not too happy, but hey, it was his own damn fault. So I'm like, okay, what kind of vehicle you have? So he starts telling me, and it's a Jeep. And a Jeep, the battery tray is up a little higher, so and then the hood's lower. So guess what? It takes a battery that's much lower, like kind of like the Volkswagen one, but it's a different one because the terminals are the opposite too. Because see, that's another thing. Certain battery numbers, like I think it was a 58 series battery because the Volkswagen is a 42. So it was a 58 size battery, and I told him, well, this is the one you need right here because it's shorter. See, that's why it exploded because when you after you installed it, you closed the hood, and of course metal hit both terminals, and of course it's gonna explode. And he wanted to say that, oh, no, that's not what happened. I go, yeah, I know exactly what happened. And he's all like, oh, okay. So he gets the right battery. And then, all right, he got the right battery now. He's all like, okay. He was a happy customer. And then, sometimes we had, people come in and steal, but we've been told, hey, if somebody comes in and steals something, don't be chasing them, because you never know. People are damn crazy, you never know. They might have a knife, or they might have a gun, So you don't want to go after some idiot just for, the store's gonna, just write it down what they stole, That's what they make a report of it, and just basically you want a description of the person and the vehicle. So then, one time I remember the manager, because I was the assistant manager. There was the senior assistant manager working with me, and then he's like, we're working, and all of a sudden this guy, because we had when you had to come into the store, you had those like turnstiles at that store. And then in order to get out, you had to go through the register, or else, you'd have to, because they had like, the tubes up in you'd have to jump them. Oh man, this guy goes over there he's looking at the car covers, $100, like $120 car cover. And then I told him, hey, you know what? The guy's name was Frank. I'm like, hey Frank, we're like, we had a code, 2 on 10, 2 eyes on 10 fingers. We're like 2 on 10. And then we're like, where? Well, there, by the car covers. This guy was looking at the car covers. All of a sudden, boom, he grabs a $120 car cover, and he just like, hurdles those rails and runs out the door, and then there goes Frank. He's going after him. I'm like, oh man, dude. are you doing? You know, he's like, he went over there, and then he got to the car, and then like, I guess the guy, he go, oh yeah, man, the guy had a gun. He like aimed it at him, and he's all like, yeah, okay. He goes, see, man, don't be doing that, because another day was funny, because he's all like, he's all doing. Somebody else was they stole I think some shocks. They just went out the door with them. They didn't even stop at the register. So there goes Frank out after running after him, and then they were taking off. And there was a customer there, I guess, with a van that had rails on the side, and I think he thought he was watching in the movies, you know. He's all like, gets on the side of the van and follow that car, and it's like, what the heck? I'm like, fucking crazy, Frank. You're gonna get killed, dude. These people, you know, they're gonna kill you one of these days. Like, just let them go, man. Just write down if you got the description, you know, at least get that. You know, don't be worrying about daggone thieves, you know. And then one day, you know, we got our delivery truck, and our delivery truck's parked in the back, you know, and you know, we're offloading it, and then while it's getting offloaded, because I was inside the store, and then one of our employees was out to lunch, and then he was outside the parking lot, and then he's all like, hey, you know what? There's some guy, you know, he pulled an item off the truck, you know, he basically just reached in there, you know, because they had a lift, and he's all like, yeah, man, the guy grabbed something off the back of the truck, you know, and oh really? Oh, okay, all right. So then, you know, a couple minutes later, here comes the dumb idiot that stole the item off the back of the truck. Instead of, you know, taking off with it, it was a tailgate protector for the trucks. You know, one of those chrome ones that go on the back of the tailgate. And he comes in and he goes, hey, can I get a refund on this? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you need a refund on this? I mean, I already knew the guy stole it off the back of the truck. So I'm like, oh yeah, he wants a refund on this. Oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, let me get. You have the receipt? Oh no, I lost the receipt. Oh, you lost the receipt, huh? Okay, well, let me get your driver license, you know, and your name, because we have to put it on to get a refund, you know. So I'm like, you know, writing it up, and then I'm looking at it, and then they go, you know what? I looked at it because, you know, all of our items, you know, that are in the truck, you know, they have store numbers, and you know, the item that he was bringing back is for the next delivery, for the next store, you know. So, and then he was saying, oh yeah, I got it at this store. Oh, you did, really? Oh, okay, yeah. So then I'm getting the information, you know, I'm writing it down and stuff like that, you know. And then right before I give him the paperwork, I go, well, you know what? I'm sorry, but you know, we're not gonna give you a refund for this. You know, we already had it behind the counter. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean you're not gonna give me a refund? You know, that's bull. This and that. He tried to, you know, talk all tough there. You know, and we're like, you know what? I'm gonna call the cops that you want to give me a refund. I go, you know what? Let's do that. Let's find out. Let's see what the cops say when they get here, because stole it off the back of the truck. So what? Yeah, our employee saw you, and you're dumb enough to come in here and try to get a refund. You know, thinking you're gonna get away with it. And the guy, he just take off running. That was so funny. The guy thought he was gonna get a refund. And you know, so you know, people try everything. You know, you start hearing like crumbling in the aisles. You know, somebody's like ripping open a package. They're like, hey, one time at one of the stores I was working at, this guy came in, and then this guy had like the Levi's on, almost like there was the boot type Levi's, where the bottom is close. So this guy was down the aisle, where we have all of our tools, these, ratchets, sockets, and all like that, And then so the guy shows up. I mean, the guy, doesn't show up. He starts walking, toward the door. But then all of a sudden you hear like clink, 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 clink. Like, what the heck? This guy got shit in his pants, from the tool aisle. It's like, oh, hey, where are you going? What? He goes, hey. I go, nah. I go, you better return all the stuff you got in your pants, man. He's all like, what? I don't have nothing. Well, yes, you do. I hear the damn, sounds like damn bells, ringing. So he opens up this top of his pants and lowers the zipper, and then he starts digging in his pants, and starts pulling out socket wrenches and breaker bars, and I mean, he had, man, his both legs were full of tools, and it's like, man, I'm like, hey, get everything out, everything, put it on the counter, and he's all like, oh, no, that's it. I go, hey, don't make me take your pants off. Of course I'm not gonna do it. He's all like, oh, okay, and he starts pulling out more stuff. He had all the way to the bottom. He had whole set of tools there, and then got all the tools, put them on the counter, and I told him, look, I'm not gonna call the cops on you right now, but if I see you in this store again, I will call the cops on you, and you're gonna get arrested for trespassing. So this is your only warning. So the guy leaves. So another day, I'm at a different store, that's close to where I live, and I go in there, and then I'm like, and I look in the tool aisle, and guess who's there? The same guy that was in our. So I told the manager, the guy's he's stealing, dude. He's all like, what? What do you mean he's stealing? Yeah, I kicked him out of my store. His pants. In fact, he's wearing the same damn clothes. I go, damn idiot. He's got his pants full of. I bet you he has his pants full of tools already. And I'm like, so the guy was like, still in the aisle, and I'm keeping an eye on him, because I wasn't wearing my uniform, so he didn't know I was. He forgot that he saw me at the other store. So then he's all like, he's almost ready to leave, and I go, hey, didn't I tell you, man? Like I'm talking to him in Spanish because he spoke Spanish. No te dije que no anduvieras en la pinche tienda, cabrón. And I'm like, you shouldn't. I told you not to come into our store, but I guess you didn't learn. Now you're over here, and then he's all like, oh no. I go, oh, all right, that's it, man. You're going to jail now. Like, no. And then the doors, the manager blocks the doors so he can't get out, so he can't run out. He's because at that store you needed the key to open and to lock it. So the manager locks the door. They call the cops. And come on. And we told him, okay, you start emptying out your pants, dude. So he started emptying out all his pants, and same thing, man. He was fully loaded with a bunch of tools, man. This guy. And finally got everything out, and then told him, sit down on the floor. He wanted to get out, and we told him, no, you know what? Sit down, don't move, because you're going to jail. No, no. He started crying, and the guy was in his, I think he was in his 20s. He's like, dude, you can't be stealing, dude. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna go to jail. I mean, I gave you the chance, but you didn't listen. So then the cops came and started the report. Gave them all the list of everything, and they say big crime because in order for it to be a big crime, it has to be over $500 of stuff, and there, he didn't have. He had maybe at least $200-300 worth of stuff, but still, it was like he went to jail this time. He didn't listen. So then they took him in. He wasn't listening, and then another time, because I moved around to another store. In fact, to that store that I was at, that one time when they arrested the guy. Then they there was this one guy. He was a pretty tall kid. He was like probably 18, 17 years old. He's like, or probably still in high school. He was a homeboy. He had the khakis and the Pendleton, and then he had the khakis with the real baggy pants, And then he goes down the aisle. He goes down the aisle, where we have those steering wheel locks. Those what do they call them? Those red. I forget. They go across the steering wheel. The damn. I forget the name of them. But they're red, and they lock the steering wheel in place, and so you can't drive it. Supposedly you can't steal the car with those on there, but people found other ways, because those things aren't that great. If you put them in the steering wheel, yeah, of course, because they show you commercial. Oh, this thing can't be cut off, and then the lock, it can't be picked, and blah blah blah. But then if you get a hacksaw, you can't hacksaw the bar. But guess what? You can hacksaw the damn steering wheel. The steering wheel's not that strong. So basically, you get the hacksaw and you hacksaw the damn steering wheel and bend it a little bit, and the bar comes out. Guess what? They steal the car. They even made some other ones that basically would lock the steering wheel and also the brake. You push it toward the brake, so then basically that one was a little bit better because there's still if you can cut the steering wheel, but yeah, it was a little bit better because it grabbed the bottom of it. I think the steering wheel had to be straight because it would grab both sides, and you'd have to cut both sides pretty much. I mean, but then you're talking a lot more time in order to steal it. So this kid, he's walking down the aisle of the. So I'm like, this guy's up to no good, because he comes in the store and real quick he goes down that aisle, And then I'm watching him. I'm right behind him, and this kid, he grabs one of those steering wheel locks, and then them things, they're like, I forget how long they are, but they're at least 3 inches. I mean 3 inches, 3 feet. With the packaging and everything, and then suddenly the guy, he's walking down the aisle, and then I'm right behind him, because I know this guy's gonna try to steal it, and then he goes right around the corner, and then he's all like, I go right behind him and I go, hey, I go, give me the steering wheel lock. He's all like, what? he turns around and there's nothing in his hands. I'm like, damn, and I was right behind his butt. I mean, he was only a couple steps ahead of me, like when he went to the corner, when he went around the corner of the aisle, man, he got rid of it. I'm like, well, he threw it somewhere or what? I go, hey, no. I go, come on, give me it. I know you have it in your pants, dude. Even if I didn't, I just said it. And if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna call the cops. You're gonna get arrested. Oh, okay. So he sticks his hand in his pants and he's like, pulls that damn whole thing out of his pants, man. I'm like, damn, this guy, fucking long ass thing, man. Slid it all in. Well, he had the baggy pants, a lot of room in there. But I'm like, you know what? That's it. Get out of the store. Don't want to see you again. I go, if I do, you're gonna get arrested next time. So never did see that guy again. Then I was at a different store, the one I was before. Another guy, he comes in too, and the manager tells me, no, the assistant manager goes, hey, you know what, that guy, I don't want him in the store. I go, what do you mean? You want him in the store? Yeah, because we've already busted him stealing once. Oh, okay, all right. So I told the guy, I go, look, you need to leave the store. Oh, why? I have the right to be here. I go, no, you don't. You've already been warned that next time you come in here, you're gonna you call PD. And the good thing is the guy that worked, his nephew, he worked for the PD. So anytime we called from there, boom, the cops were like there, like, man, it was like they were there so fast, So I told him, I called the police department. I go, we have this gun. I'm not gonna sue. You can't kick me out of the store and this and that. God, this guy, he's being prejudiced and this and that. He was kicking me out of the store. I'm like, no, he was caught here. It wasn't me. He's lying and this and that. And I'm like, the cop tells him, he goes, look, you can leave now. You can leave now, or else we're gonna arrest you. For trespassing because they don't want you in the store. Oh, they can't do that. And he goes, yes, they can. Look at the sign on the window. It says, we have the right to refuse service. So we don't have to serve you. You can. Every business is the same way. They have the right to kick you out. Even if people don't think so, but even hospitals, they can kick you out. And as long as you're not dying, they can kick you out and you can't sue. So the guy's like, I ain't going. I'm okay, all right. So they were gonna tell him to leave. Leave the store. And he's like, I'm not going, and I'm gonna sue this and that. I want his name and this and that. Yeah, my name's on my name badge right there. So then the cop like, okay, I need your identification. To the point where because he didn't want to leave, they gotta make a report and get his identification. Well, this idiot, he has damn warrants for his arrest. So this damn idiot ends up now he's going to go for more time. They were just gonna write him a ticket, a no trespassing ticket. But now he wanted to be, I'm suing. And I'm like, hey, dude, I gave you a chance, dude. I told you to leave. I even when I was on the phone with the police department, I told you, dude, don't, you got a chance to leave. But no, he was gonna, he thought he was right. No, guess what? You're wrong, and now you're gonna pay for it, idiot. So he ends up going to jail for stupidity because they go, oh, you know what? We've been looking for you. Yeah, come on, handcuffs. I'm like, Jesus, some people they're not very smart, And then also we had customers when it rains, boy, people, when you live in the desert, nobody ever replaces their windshield wipers. They're all like, it's smearing their window all the time. They don't replace it, and then they as soon as you get a little bit of rain, boy, everybody panics and they're going to the line of cars. Hey, I need some wiper blades, so we're out there putting on the wiper blades. But then, one of the employees, but I don't think it was in our store. It was in a different store because after a while they told us, you know what, no more replacing of wiper blades. We would go out there and test vehicles, like batteries, and stuff like that. But we couldn't replace wiper blades, because some idiot is replacing the wiper blades, and instead of putting, after you take the wiper blade off, the whole thing off, you put the thing down, he left it up. And what does this idiot do? As soon as he's gonna put the other one on, he kind of like pushes it without grabbing it right, and the thing goes bam right on the windshield, man. Cracks the windshield. I guess that's what they told us on the email, saying no more wiper blades for anybody. Sorry. I can tell you how to do them, but I can't do it. It's a liability now. So, like, oh, okay, well, and then this one girl comes in and they go, hey, how do you get wiper fluid, out of no, it wasn't wiper fluid. It was antifreeze. She put antifreeze where the wiper fluid. So she didn't know that that was. I mean, it says right there on the lid. It even has a picture. Wiper blades. The windshield with a little wiper thing on it, and and then the other ones that it's the radiator. Well, she was adding radiator water, but she added it to the wrong spot, and then I guess when she had to turn on the wiper blades, and then it smeared the window. And I'm like, oh man, it's greasy, so big mess. I told her, well, you're gonna have to siphon it out, and then run fluid out through it until you get all that stuff out of there. Probably maybe some like maybe some alcohol or something. Run it through the wipers, and then clean the windshield with Windex and run Windex through it. So something that will eliminate the grease, because whatever little amount that you leave in there, anytime she squirts that wiper blade, it's gonna be a mess on the windshield. You ain't gonna be able to see because it's greasy, the radiator fluid. It's like, oh man, really messed up, man. That's not good, and then so I'm like, well, that's the only thing you can do on that. And then you always, every day was different there. It was never a dull moment. you know and then and they used to at the store we worked at, we had a lot of customers, but companies, they don't think about and they're probably still doing the same thing, at O'Reilly's. It's called O'Reilly's now, you know but they run it like by the transactions that go through the register only. So every day, you look at your transactions, how many, the DMs, and basically the company looks at how many customers are running through the register. So then that's how they staff people in the stores. So if you're only getting like, say, 200 or 300 customers, they figure, how many minutes, in the day, and blah blah blah. So So the thing is, in our store, basically at all, almost at all times, once in a while, maybe we had more employees, but usually in the morning you had two employees. You had one running the counter and one running the register, and then at right in the afternoon, then the night shift would come in. The night, the other guys would go to lunch. So then it's like, oh, okay, well, they're gonna then when they come back, then we went to lunch. So then after that, then people in the whole store. So and then you get customers, coming in and stuff like that, and then they don't think about all the customer, because you got to answer the phone too. You got to answer the phone, and plus you got the people that coming into the store, and then they're asking for help, and then you try to do as much as you can, like, hey, hey, I need an air filter, so you just go, hey, what's part number such and such? It's right over there. And the thing is, that reminds me, because there was a customer, he comes in and he's all like, hey, I need an air filter for this car. I go, oh, okay, yeah, it's over there. And then the guy he went over there, but then he's all just going like back and forth, and I'm like, what's going on? And I went to finish the other customer. I go, hey, what's up? And talk to him in Spanish because he didn't speak English. And I go, ¿Qué pasó? What's going on? And he's all like, oh, he goes, es que no sé leer. He goes, oh, I go, what do you mean? Oh, you don't know how to read? Oh, well, you should have told me, man. Don't be ashamed, of that. Just, tell me, hey, you know what? I don't know how to read. Can you get it for me? I'll get it for you. But you had some days like that, but you gotta take care of the customer. You know, that's what we're always taught. Take care of the customer. Customer is number one. That's the free advertisement, as they said. One customer, you know, gives you free advertisement. If if you make one customer mad, that one customer is going to tell 10 other people, and those 10 other people are going to tell 10 other people, and you're going to have bad. So, well, everybody, thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing up, hitting the like button, you know, and sharing. Let's see who we had in here. We had BPL. We had Anna. Let's see. Who else? Justin, Animal House. Hey, all right. And the Guru. Hey, Gary, what's up? And we had also Kit Kat. All right, Kit Kat. Gary. Michaela, what's up? All right, man. And Frederick was here also. Yeah, go check out all their channels, everyone. And we have Babang. Let's see, Michael Taylor. All right, Michael. Father, hey, Derek. Sorry about this morning, man. What's up, man? Yeah, man. I was trying to pin your comment, and all of a sudden, hey, let me make you a. See, this is what I was trying to do. I was gonna make you blue, man. But the all of a sudden I hit the wrong button and timed you out. Sorry about that, Derek. So how's it going, man? You're at work, or where you at today? Hey, Far Out, how's it going, man? Yeah, I just made it home, man. Made it home safely. Another day, another dollar. You know how it goes. Yes. So what's everybody up to, man? Yeah, I'll probably go live also when I get inside and wind down and get out of the work clothes, and probably go live on my laptop. I'm on my phone right now. You can only do so much on the phone here. It doesn't, like, at least I could change stuff on here, but not everything. So thanks a lot for coming in, man. Who else is here? Josh. Hey, how's it going, Josh? You're trying to get home. All right, man. Hey, well, drive safely, dude. Yeah, I got home just now, man. Got home safely. Yep. Yeah, so I'll probably go live later on. I know some I think Latka, I gotta see who else is. Well, it's Monday, it's a holiday, so I don't know if everybody else is. I think Animal House and Iron Dog are gonna be on live too. I think Latka also, Latka's going on, but he's going on after late. I don't know if anybody else. I gotta check to see. Gotta get caught up also on videos, man. I'm like falling behind, man. You know, but gotta check out the content, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, where you at, Josh? I'm in California, man. It's like probably almost 4:30 probably here. Oh yeah, so Animal House and late night, yeah, Latka, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'll probably go on. I don't know, go on between them or you know I'll still watch theirs, because I got iPads. I got another. I got two phones. I got the laptop. I got the TV also. So I usually can watch them, and I could be doing a live. Like last time I was doing a live, and they were on. I was watching them. I was watching Joe from What's in My Backyard. Him. He was on. He was on there. I forget who was on his show that day. And then I still have to go watch Macaleb and I think they had Trish on there. I don't know if they did. I mean, I still haven't watched it to see if they did or not. You know. Oh, you're at the other coast, yeah. So you're about three hours ahead of me, man. All right, yeah. Here it's bad. The wind, man. It's like Jesus, gust of 55 miles an hour. But at least it's not as bad as them UK, man. I was talking to somebody in their live, and man, they had over 100 miles an hour winds hitting their, where the beaches and stuff. Inland, it was. I know somebody said they were inland. It was still like 80, 75 miles an hour winds in inland, man. I was like, damn, that's crazy. It's an island. What do you expect? The UK. I mean, man. 8:30 over there. Yeah, so it's 4:30 here then. Yeah, because I got out at 3:30. It takes about an hour to get here, and I'm about almost an hour here in the live. So yeah, so we'll see what's going on here. I'm gonna head inside and get ready. Maybe go live also later on, but then use my laptop. It's much easier than holding my phone. And plus, I can do more stuff on there and probably go on StreamYard, get some people up on the if I figure it out, because still haven't figured out how to get people on. But I've done it on the phone, so I haven't done it on my laptop. That's why it's much easier, I think, on the laptop and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, so everybody, thanks a lot for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't like or dislike. It's your option. And hit the reminder. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, so that way hit the reminder bell so you can see when I'm going live again. And everybody, take care. God bless. And don't like Keys says. Terry is all like, don't forget to call your mama and tell her you love her, because you never know. Everybody, have a good one, and bye. Till next time.